Welcome back into Talking Fitchburg. Joining me today for the Better Business Bureau here in Wisconsin. My friend Tiffany Schultz, Better Business Bureau representative. And today we're talking about top business scams. Tiffany, how you doing?
I'm good.
You ready?
I'm ready for spring.
Some of these scams, I am too, by the way. Some of these scams, you're gonna be like, I heard of these things. But when you think on the business end of things, don't let your guard down because you're a business. I mean, it still could be same tactics as a consumer and being threatened with scams, so to speak.
Businesses are vulnerable, and small businesses especially, because they don't have the cybersecurity that a large business would have. But large businesses are susceptible too. So any type of business can be susceptible to these scams that we're going to talk about today.
Yeah, you think of that one person. So are you the scam person? I'm everybody. Payroll, everybody. Sales, everybody. Yeah, that's me. All right, let's go through a couple of these. First one, and one that I would easily be kind of on your radar, is business email compromise, or it's called BEC.
BEC scams is what these are all about, and usually they target somebody who's paying the bills in a company, whether it be an accountant or HR, somebody who definitely has the capability to pay the bills, and they'll send you an email, and it looks like it might be coming from your vendor or your boss asking you to redirect funds to a different account. It may have another theme to it. They sometimes take on a different role. But you really need to watch out for these. If somebody is asking you to redirect funds or maybe pay by gift card or wire transfer, something that you've always cut a check for, really take a peek at that email. Is it really coming from your boss or is it coming from a Gmail account? You know how your boss writes. If you usually get 2 sentences from him, maybe you don't need to take a little bit closer look at it, but be aware of these scams because they're happening. You don't want to be paying a scammer. You want to pay the legitimate vendor.
I've seen this scam, and I've seen the email be a reply with the person's name, like you were already in the conversation, and then it flows into, hey, you didn't pay this. I've seen it. It's crazy. They'll find any way to figure it out.
They have different tricks.
They do. So yeah, definitely be on the lookout for that one. Next one, kind of in line with this, phony invoices. What? There's phony invoices? No way.
Scammers love to send phony invoices to business owners because a lot of times business owners don't know what they ordered. Maybe somebody else ordered the supplies for them, and these invoices are usually less than $100 because in a company, under $100 does not require an approval to pay if somebody else is paying the bills for you. And it goes through to pay for office supplies or maybe printer cartridge, something very vague on the invoice. Maybe it's going to be for some parts that somebody ordered within the shop or within the organization. So make sure that you always have a double check for your invoices. Sign off on them for the person who's going to be paying them. Require a W-9 to be paid. They don't get paid until they pay that. They fill out that W-9. So
now I know why some of small businesses do that. You just tipped us off to that. It's a good thing right there. How about phishing scams? The common phishing scam that it happens.
Phishing scams have been going on forever, and scammers send unsolicited emails with a link. They want you to click that link, and it's always urgent. But that link may be to capture personal information, banking information. It may even be to download malware or spyware to your device. So before you go ahead and open an email or click on a link, make sure that you know who it's coming from.
Yeah, again, double checking that. It sounds like, well, of course I'm going to double check it, but really double check it because they look authentic sometimes. They really do. It
may look like it's coming from PayPal or Amazon,
yes.
And it's really not. It's coming from a scammer.
All right. How about overpayment scams? It's kind of an interesting one.
This has been going on for a while, and a scammer contacts you for a product or a service that you're selling and tells you that they'll send you payment by check. You receive the check, and it's over the amount that you're owed. So you contact the person and they tell you to wire back the funds or send back the funds and keep the remainder. And you deposit that check, but that check bounces and you're out the money for the check. You're also out the money that you've sent back to the scammer, and you never hear from them again.
Okay, well, that's complicated and not fun at all. Well, if you're interested in learning more about just general business scams or just trying to stay up on the know of these things as a small business owner, what would you recommend?
There's many more scams on this list than we had able to talk about today. You can find all this information at bbb.org.
Yeah, I would say you want to stay up and check the website, because you actually do post up like, these are kind of some of the trends coming along. Not just that you're watching this segment all the time, because we know you are, but this is a good way to stay up on what's going on out there.
You can go to our news center on bbb.org. We have all of these tips and more.
Yeah, it's good stuff. All right, Tiffany, thank you so much. Appreciate your time. We'll see you back here next month.
Thanks.